What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. As long as it's not mean towards me, I'll count it. Alright? If it's anything mean towards me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna count it. Alright? So, ha. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me as always, man. Hopefully y'all had an amazing week. But we are on Friday, and as you can tell, I'm hyped up, man. It's Friday. I'm gonna go have lunch with my grandma. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good day. You can't lose on a day that you eat lunch with your grandma. Okay. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me as always. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month. If you haven't joined the tool as yet, do so. As I always say, it's not going to win 100% of the time. You're still going to have lost moments. You're still going to have down times. But over the long run, utilizing data, utilizing the right spots will make you a successful bettor. At the end of the day, I'm done preaching about it. You all know it by now. If you're not knowledgeable on how betting works and you lose and you decide Props Made Easy isn't worth it because you lost one time or you lost a couple days, then so be it. Head out. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these videos that I do and Props Made Easy is meant for people who know how betting works and know what betting is and understand that they want the best data possible to have the most consistent success. That way they make profit in the end. And that's PropsMadeEasy.com. All right. So for you people, let's go ahead and get straight into the picks. All right. So looking at the PME tools. First things first, we're going to come in here. We're going to look at GameScript Plus, and we're going to take a look at what we got here, buddy. All right. So, Tyler Huntley's passing yards is set at 161.5 on Prizepicks. He's 164.5 on other sportsbooks, putting him at a 3 sportsbook differential. We have Huntley at about a 180.5 projection, which is a 19 projection differential. One of the better over calls that you can go with that is plus EV plus projection, and the game script makes sense. So I'm guessing this game is a neutral game script here for Baltimore with Lamar Jackson out. So Tyler Huntley over 161.5 passing yards is a fantastic option with the 3 sportsbook differential, the 19 projection differential. Great spot for him. I love him. And then when we're taking a look at the unders, Geno Smith's passing yards is now at 265.5. I can't remember what it was in the video yesterday, but other sportsbooks have him at 261.5. It's a minus 4 sportsbook differential. We have him projected at 254.7, a minus 10.8. So I don't remember what this was yesterday, but the projection's 254.7 and the other sportsbooks are 261.5. So he is now an under call. I liked him for the over, I believe. I liked him for the over before. Now I like him for the under, based off of where the data is now. Okay? Nick Mullins passing yards 266.5. I like the under. 263.5 in other sportsbooks. That's a minus 3 sportsbook differential. Projections right around there with where the other sportsbooks are at a 262. A minus 4.5 projection differential. And then a big differential here for the projection differential. Jared Goff passing yards is set at 225.5. 223.5 on other sportsbooks. That's a minus 2. And then we have him projected at 209.5. So probably not playing the full game. Probably taking it easy in this last week of the season. All right, but those are the plays that I like for NFL so far. Switching over to NBA, got to check the sniper tool. Nothing on the sniper tool as always. It's not a surprise. It's very early in the day, so as you guys know, it takes some time sometimes. Sorry for the late video, by the way, y'all. I slept in a little bit this morning. All right. So looking over the plays we have today, I'm going to go Jaren Jackson Jr. points plus rebounds. He's 23.5 on Prize Picks. He's minus 125 odds on the over 23.5, so he's plus EV on the over. Projections 26.56, a 3.06 projection differential. So solid spot for Jaren Jackson Jr. Points plus rebounds over 23.5 for him. That's a spot that I really, really like there. And then the second play, I can't go Drew right now. I need to calm down with my anger towards him right now because I just cannot play him at the moment with the way he let me down this last time. Let's see. Simone's at a minus 130. That's interesting, but I like those other. We got some under projection. You already know some of these under values are really solid. Anthony Simons points plus rebounds under is interesting at a minus 3.1. Hmm. Somebody who's done very well for me on a consistent basis? Jacob Podol or Jakob, however you say his name. People have people have corrected me many times when I say this dude's name. I say Jacob because that's what it looks like. All right, I don't care how they sound it out, how Jakob or Jacob himself sounds this out. Okay, his name's Jacob. Okay? So regardless of what he calls himself, his name's Jacob, all right? But anyway, Jacob points plus assists over 12.5. This dude has consistently hit for me. Now, if he doesn't hit tonight, then so be it. But most times, this dude hits for me, all right? Not only is Vegas on the over at minus 125 on his points assists, but we have him projected at 15.07, a 2.57 projection differential. So over on Jaren Jackson Jr., points plus rebounds of 23.5, and then over on Jacob Poto, points plus assists of 12.5. The only reason I went with his points assists over his points and rebounds is because the juice is slightly heavier on the over for points assists. That's the only reason. Projection is actually a little bit higher on his points and rebounds. So do with that what you will, but I'm going to take the points assist with the heavier juice on the over at 12.5 here on this one, but you can go either one. It doesn't matter. All right, so Jacob Poto points assist, Jaren Jackson points rebounds. College football, nothing has changed. The under on the receivers for Washington, Jalen McMillan and Rome Odunze, their lines, Jalen's at 69.5, Rome's at 97.5, and it just feels a little bit high in this matchup against Michigan. It's a tough one. College basketball, we don't have many amazing options, but we do have one half line, and it's an under call. Lance Jones points under 11.5. He's 11 on other sportsbooks. That's a minus 0.5 sportsbook differential for Lance Jones points. So under 11.5 for Lance Jones. Looking at NHL, look at them in these half lines, man. It's not a very big slate, I'm guessing. There's not many options. So I'm not going to. The best option on the board is Alex Ovechkin's shots on goal over 3. All right, the line's at 3.5 in Vegas. We have him projected at 3.7, a 0.7 projection differential. You can go the over on Alex Ovechkin shots on goal at 3 if you have to do a hockey. If not, I'd probably fade it. It's too small of a slate, and there's a bunch of even lines. When it comes to soccer, a bunch of very tight lines here too. Not much in the way, but both of these are overcalls for Pedro Porro and Marcus Thurman. You can go over on their shots all you want, but again, not a ton of value there. Looking at League of Legends, we got some big value with the under on Bin for BLG. Map 1 through 3 kills is set at 11. He's 8.5 other places, a minus 2.5 sportsbook differential for League of Legends. Under on Bin BLG. And then these other two are on the same team, so I'm not going to talk about them. I'm going to go down to the Yagao for JDG under map 1 through 3 kills of 9.5. So under on Yagao at 9.5 kills and under on Bin for BLG. My number one play for League of Legends, though, that you can add into your slips would be Bin for BLG. Under 11, map 1 through 3 kills is the best EV spot that we have there. For tennis, we've been having a lot of tennis options consistently, man. We've got 3 options that are 2s here. We're going to go with Constant Listieni, however you say this name. Total games over 22.5 because it's an even line and it's at a 2 sportsbook differential. I'm going to go the over on Constant. Total games over 22.5 is the better option there for tennis. That's solid value there. And then nothing for those two. All right, so doing a recap real quick. Game script plus EV plus projection. We have the over on Tyler Huntley's passing yards of 161.5. I said over, right? I can't remember. Tyler Huntley over passing yards of 161.5. And then the under on Geno Smith's passing yards now at 265.5. I can't remember what his line was yesterday, but I liked his over yesterday. Data was pointing to his over yesterday, and now it's pointing towards his under. I can't remember what it was, though. I don't know how much it's raised, if it's raised or whatever. But passing yards at 265.5, I like the under now. Nick Mullins passing yards under 266.5 are the best options there. All right? For NBA, we're rocking the over on Jaren Jackson Jr. points plus rebounds over 23.5. And then the second play, you can go either Jacob Poto play. I'm going over his points assists just because the Vegas odds are slightly on the over there for his points assists over 12.5. So over on Jacob Poto points plus assists at 12.5. I don't know if y'all can hear my son in the background, but he's talking loudly. So yeah, Jaren Jackson over points and rebounds and Jacob Poto over points and assists. College football, still the under on those receivers for Washington. College basketball, we went the under on Lance Jones points of 11.5 because he's the only one with a half line at a minus 0.5. Nothing for NHL outside of Alex Ovechkin shots on goal over 3 would be the one I'd lean to. Nothing really for soccer. You have a couple overcalls, but they're very tight spots. League of Legends, some really good under here for Bin for BLG. Map 1 through 3 kills of 11 under that. For tennis, the best option here is the half line of Constant total games over 22.5 at a 2 sportsbook differential. And then that's it. Thank y'all for joining me as always, baby. Continuously refresh these tools at Props Made Easy. Utilize the fact that the data updates immediately. Anytime a line changes or value becomes value or Vegas line gets to a certain level, that sniper tool is going to snipe it out and you can get that shit added in. So consistently just utilize it, man. I don't care if you have a slip that you made, a six-man that you made, and one of the snipes missed. Don't stop using the sniper tool. Continue using the sniper tool. It is fact that it is the best way to attack NBA is utilizing those sniper plays at minus 140s, minus 145s that also have a projection on that same side. It is amazing, especially closer to lock because yesterday with that Tracy play for Golden State, the data was expecting him to start. Then later on in the day, he ended up not starting. He was no longer the play that he was early in the day. Okay, so I liked him early with him starting. He didn't end up starting, so he was no longer a play at that point. So that's the problem with NBA is that if you get something too early, you run the risk of information kind of affecting that play slightly. You know what I mean? So especially if it's a player that might or might not start or isn't a lock at starting. Okay, we expect him to start if he has been starting recently, but that's all we can do is predict it. All right, closer to lock, which is why I always tell y'all utilizing these Props Made Easy tools about 30 minutes before the game start is the best. Not only do you see more sniper plays pop in around that time, but you have the best options because the top bettors in the world are coming in last minute and putting big money on certain side of these guys' lines, pushing them to one way or the other, making them obvious sniper plays at that point, and we can just kind of get their crumbs and get that money. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Thank y'all for joining me as always. PropsMadeEasy.com, only $20 a month. If you're interested in getting started in daily fantasy sports optimal lineups with GreenlightDFS.com, we've been on an absolute tear with lineups on DraftKings and FanDuel. If you want to try that out, go to greenlightdfs.com, DFS content right here, and you will find our optimal lineups are posted about 15 minutes before the game starts. And then update it as the night goes on where we can to keep it in potential to be able to get that first place spot. And as you guys know, man, you could win 100K plus in a night with daily fantasy optimal lineup. So that's if you're interested in Greenlight DFS, go check that out. All right, thank y'all for joining me as always, and let's get it. I'm out.